But what I did not like the suffering in this book. I didn't like it. I didn't enjoy it. I did not enjoy it. Can she not catch a break? Hi there, welcome back to a brand new episode of We Need to Talk, and I am Misha Bangs. In this video, we're talking about the last book that I read, the book that broke my itty bitty little heart, and it's called The Last Letter by Rebecca Yarros. But thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for being here for another book review. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. And if you think a friend of yours would enjoy this content, please do share this video, copy the link to them and see what they think, and let's grow this community together. This channel is all about tackling a lot of things that, are near and dear to my heart, and I hope that they resonate with you as well. So in The Last Letter, this is a book written by Rebecca Yarros. This book is centering around Ella. Let's start off with Ella and break her down. So Ella is a single mother. She has a child, two children actually, named Colt and Macy, and they are 6 years old. Ella, on the other hand, is 25 years old, and that means she had these kids just as she was about to end her teenage years. Yep, she got married at age 19, and the father of the children ran away when she was still pregnant. So from the very beginning, you get the sense of, okay, this is a lady who's been through some stuff. She's been having a hard knock life. She's got a family business. She's trying to keep it afloat, but she's kind of all on her own. Besides the people she works with, which is like a handful of people that work with her and have been part of the family for a long time, but she doesn't have parents. She doesn't have a grandmother. Her brother's off in the military. Stop right there. Let's focus in on the brother. So the brother is Ryan, and Ryan is in the military. He's been there for a couple of years. Suddenly, Brian says, I would like for you to write letters and be a pen pal to one of my military buddies, his best friend, named Chaos. Stay with me. So there she goes, and they start writing to one another. Chaos and Ella meet as pen pals, and soon they both start catching feelings for one another. But let's look at Chaos on the other side. So Chaos had a very chaotic upbringing, often from foster home to foster home. He's learned how to get in trouble. He's learned how to not be loved, and he's used to it. He's used to not being accepted. So the military kind of becomes the only place where he finds a home. And then boom, he meets this lady called Ella. Ella's warm, she's loving, she's a mother, she's got this energy that he's immediately drawn to, and from that first letter, these two are smitten with one another. So here's the thing now, back to Ella. So Ella is not only raising these children on her own and then, has a business, but one of the twins, Macy, also has a terminal illness. We find this out in the very first few chapters of the book. And we find out that Macy is diagnosed with neuroblastoma, which is a terminal illness. Because of this, there's many tests, hospital visits, there's this procedure, that procedure. And on a single parent, we can all imagine how difficult it might be to stay afloat in the midst of all of these things. So here we are. We have Macy, who's going through all of this, and in this, Colt, the brother, is trying to be there for his sister, and Ella is just trying to survive. Honestly, she's just trying to get to the next test, and then comes someone called Beckett. Only for us to know Beckett is actually Chaos. Wait! Let's go back to Ryan and Beckett. Ryan and Beckett are in the military, and as they're in the military, unfortunately, Ryan passes on. First few chapters, already there's a terminal illness. Already there is Ryan, the brother who hooked these two up, passes away. At this point when Ryan is passing on, Ella and Chaos have built quite a relationship as pen pals. They've gotten quite close. Beckett has opened himself up, feeling things he's never felt before in his whole life. But when Ryan dies, who's his best friend, he shuts down and he actually stops responding to Ella. And Ella starts assuming that Chaos died. So this continues all the way until we get to the point where, Ella's struggling with being the single parent, all the hospital visits, and then someone called Beckett arrives at her door. Beckett is handsome. He's a moody fella, and he's been in the military. And he says, I've got a letter from your brother. And he said before passing away in his last letter that I need to be here to take care of you. Boom! Ella's like, no ways, I will never let a stranger in to come and take care of you. But as we read the internal dialogue that Beckett is having, we hear that, oh no, this man is Chaos. And he's here because, one, he loves her. He wants to take care of her. He loves the children. But he doesn't want to tell her who he really is because he thinks she's going to judge her, because why did he disappear when Ryan died? Where did he go? Why wasn't he there the way that he should have been? So here we go. The book starts, and eventually, Ella starts to warm up to this guy. He's also hot, and they start having this, push and pull relationship where you can tell that there's romance there between these two people and they're falling for each other. But Ella still doesn't know. And every now and again, we hear Beckett going into that place in himself where he says, I don't deserve to have these feelings. And I think that's why for a long time he's not willing to allow her in to love her and for them to actually fall for one another. But eventually they do. And we get to a point where, I think this part was a bit crazy, when Beckett says, I want to marry you so that I can take care of the hospital bills. That doesn't happen, thank God. But instead, we realize that he actually wants to get Macy and Colt under his birth certificate. He wants to get them health insurance, the one that they deserve. And because he's in the military, he can get that, but he has to adopt them. So they become his legal children. Mind you, he loves these kids anyways. He thinks of these kids as his own children. So that's kind of like the storyline and where we are. But the main thing with this book that really, really upset me was the ending, and I think it was quite unnecessary. I will go in and say right about now that I didn't actually finish this book all the way to the end because of that near ending experience I had when, spoiler alert, if you have not read this book, please don't continue unless you really, really want to know. Please don't continue if you don't want to know, because I'm about to spoil the major plot twist in this, and that is, hope you're gone if you haven't read. Colt is the one who passes away at the end, and I thought that was gravely unjust. I think I'm not sure what the writer was trying to get out of it. I don't know what the plan was. I think it was it just to suffer? Does this lady just deserve to suffer? She's lost her brother. She's had a child who's gone through so many things at a young age. And now she's losing her other child who was perfectly healthy to a school trip where he falls while they're on a hike. Like, can she not catch a break? I don't know. Maybe in the end there's something that happens, but I don't think I care to read it anymore. At that point when I saw that, I was like, oh, no. And I actually have I have a video I took of myself while I was reading the ending, and this will show you exactly how distraught I was. Take a look. I'm at the part of the book where Colt has gone missing. And it looks like he's about to die. Why would I just don't know. I don't know if I want to continue reading it and find out if he dies. So I want to pinpoint to just two things that I did like about this book. Number one was the love story. I thought that Ella and Beckett's love story, even as chaos initially, was absolutely beautiful. The push and pull, the wanting, the needing, the steamy scenes were steamy, and I thought that it was really a nice depiction of two people who really tried not to fall in love with one another, but eventually they did. So sharp, that goes on. And then in my second thing that I liked about this book was the portrayal of being a single parent and parenting and bonus children, through that relationship that you see Ella being the single parent who's doing it all, but through her finding love, the children find love too. And it kind of takes you on this journey of what should happen when you are in a relationship and you have children. And I think it was a beautiful way that they said that. It was a beautiful story that they gave us, right? So those are the two things that I enjoyed about it. But what I did not like the suffering in this book. I didn't like it. I didn't enjoy it. I did not enjoy it. One thing I will say is, as a mother to a 3-year-old child, I cannot stand things that talk about children suffering. I cannot stand children dying. I cannot stand that. And had I known what I was signing up for, I would not have started reading this book at all. Like, not even one bit of me would have wanted to read this book. Now that I know what I knew, now that I know what I know now, I would never have read this book because I absolutely can't. The level of suffering, the fact that in those last pages, we actually see Colt dying in Beckett's arms after they've come through so much, and Macy is now, they say she's cancer free, and then the morning after they make up, the child dies, like really dies, and when Ella finds out, Beckett is the one who has to tell her, and then they have to go tell Macy. That's when I stopped reading. I said, I will not suffer. I will not suffer. I refuse to suffer. So absolutely not. Absolutely not. This is what I thought about this book right now, and I did not enjoy it at all. Because of the ending, it ruined everything for me. I want nothing to do with it. Like, close it down. Done. Anyways, thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate you. I hope to see you again in the next video, and please don't forget to click like, to subscribe, and to follow me on all social media platforms. I really appreciate you. Please share with someone you think would enjoy this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.